everyone, this is Shago. Welcome back to Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth of 3. The first live commentary thing, because I didn't really do any live commentary in the last episode because it was like 40 minutes of cutscenes and a simple dungeon, which we're not going to see. Speaking of not really seeing very much, here's Alterdimension Neptunia. It's pretty much the same as it was in Rebirth 2, except the Game Industry Graveyard here is non-existent, because it's it no longer exists. So first up, I think we have to do some events in Planetary. So yeah, last time Neptune and Nep and GeGe, who are talking to me and just wanted me to go somewhere, and I'm just not going anywhere. They've been kicked out of the Basillicom by Histy because she thinks they're being lazy, which is a fair point considering Nep. But as you can see here, Neptune is now level 1. She was level 50 during that little tutorial dungeon, but that's really just a taste of power. And we have Nep GeGe here, who's also level 10. I've actually off screen sorted the combo skills out. There is actually an achievement for doing that the first time. I actually managed to get that achievement off camera whilst I was doing that the tutorial dungeon, because I did all that off screen because I basically just faffed about with them. Just like took to about 5 minutes, and like I said, that intro was like a good 40-50 minutes long, and I had to like put it down as much as possible. So yeah, just so you know, there is an achievement for changing the combo skills. But yeah, Nep GeGe for some reason is level 10, and I think she's like level 10 so she can carry Neptune's a few levels. I'm actually going to set her as the leader as well. Neptune's already done a few of the missions, not any of the pertinent ones that I'm going to get her to do later, but like we're going to have Neptune pretty much all game. Nep GeGe, going to spoil it after like this little segment in Alterdimension Game Industry here. She's going to leave the party, so I'm going to have her do some of her things here first as soon as we get into a dungeon. But yeah, cutscenes, shall we? Or is it just tutorials though? That's just tutorials for the city thing. It's basically the same as it was in the other two games. You go to a city, you get the options of going to the shop. There's like events that you might want to go to. The museum, I think it's only available in the cities. That's where you find all your sound tests, all your gallery pictures and all that, which is probably not important. Information is all the chirper events, certain other basic events, hidden things. Most of these I don't think are actually going to be particularly useful. But yeah, Neptune basically just says all there is to do about these text things. Some of the events usually give you a cutscene, and well, this one gave us stuff. I believe that is DLC stuff that I received, and I think they're basically CPU parts for Purple Heart, but somebody else we're going to be looking into shortly. And I think that was the same. I think one of those is actually also clothing for Neptune, which I'm actually going to have her equip, because it's one of the very few clothing equipments that actually raises stats, in this case speed, and gives her electric resistance. So yeah, you're also going to see Neptune running around in this swimsuit all game, once we have her back as leader. Any more stuff? Right, it's just the guild stuff now. I think basically just the tutorial for the guild, I believe. Yeah, that's pretty much it there. Well, yeah, I'd say something else, but that's probably going to spoil this plot. This really is just a cutscene, just a segment between the quest thing. The RAM mandatory. These are actually, for the most part, completely optional. But whether there are some that are mandatory, in this case there is one mandatory. You'll generally see square brackets between the first word. They're generally mandatory ones. I won't actually be going through quests unless they are mandatory, because there's not really that much point. Though if I do get the opportunity to take quests, then I will do. In this case, I believe this one wants us to bop 5 doggers, so yeah, we're going to actually go into our first dungeon right away. And yeah, I might as well just clear all these out. Sometimes you will you will actually grab certain items like these when you talk to people from here. So yeah, other than that, sometimes they're just useless. It's just useless babble and pointless drivel. Miss Manual though says if you're stuck in a certain part of the game, basically it means you kind of have to go do a quest in. You have to go find one of the quests of the guild, do the mandatory one, and deal with it. Oh, just be thankful, Mr. Basillicom staff, that you are not in. You're not somewhere else. Anyway. Virtual Forest, as always, the first dungeon in the game.
Time to depart.
Oh, let's rest. This is probably. I'm going to slightly spoil it now. That's probably going to be the nicest that Netgear is going to get treated all game. Is pretty much this little prologue section. So, we're going to get Netgear to do things. Move around, jump around. Those windows there, which I was kind of showing you. Some of those things only appears for doing certain things, like running a certain amount of times as leader, jumping a certain amount of times, getting to fights, doing your battle poses, various other things. I believe you can find out which ones are completed so far. Just find out which one it is. I think it might be in the Net challenge. Yeah. Basically, there's a lot of these, a lot of challenges, and they generally. They're actually really good. They do actually give you stats when you complete them. Some of them give plans. I think most of them do give plans. The reason I'm doing Netgear, like I said, Netgear does not. Netgear basically is only here for this tutorial section, and we're not going to be seeing her for a long time. So I'm going to have hers do some of her things as we get a tutorial for guard break, which I'm not even using guard break stuff for this one. And Neptune realizes she's like at level 1 while Netgear is at level 10, which I kind of already showed you. I wouldn't fret, Neptune. You're gonna be around for like most of the game. Netgear's not. As I've said also plenty of times. It's fine, stop worrying about it. It's only even the start of the game. And yeah, that's with by the time Netgear actually does come back, Neptune is probably going to be like a few levels higher. So yeah, it's the main reason why you're probably going to see me when I'm going to be going through dungeons, especially when I've got new characters. Will be that I'm going to be going to be jumping around. I don't think we could. I've done the quest that we need to do. I don't think there's anything else we really need to do aside from looking through here, grabbing all the items and stuff. There are hidden items in this game, just like there were in the Rebirth 1 and Rebirth 2. But instead of doing that little pulse scan thing, that's actually not in this game. And yet it was in the original Rebirth 3. They're actually in invisible coin blocks.
I need to calm myself. I'm sorry. Why can't it always be my turn? Hey! I can go anytime. Yeah.
To be fair for these, I really should be using the Y one so I get more SP. Basically how SP works in this game. Because it's also going to be tied into your EXE moves because the EXE gauge is no longer in this game. So let's just show that battle mechanic up as soon as I get to a fight. But as you can see with the SP, it's divided into 4 segments. Up to I think it's up to a maximum of 1,000. That actually doesn't change in game. You don't get anything higher than 1,000 SP total. When one of those SP bars is filled, you actually get the opportunity to use one of your EXE finishes, and I believe I get hurt. Each one of those bars contributes to one level, similar to one level of the EXE drive, basically. Also, it's probably a good idea to hang around and do some fights anyway. Like I said, Neptune's low level. You probably want it to be... oh dear. You probably want it to be around level 5 or so before you actually start anything else. And probably with a little bit of SP. That's generally how I'll be dealing with the fights in this game. I'll mainly be using the Y button. Let's see here. You can see it's actually pretty obvious where the invisible coin block is because it's fairly translucent. You can also see the shadow on the floor sometimes. Now sometimes you may get an item out of it, but mostly you get money out of it, which is absolutely fine. There's a plan, I believe, that allows you to hit those 5 times rather than 3.
Just as planned. I need to calm myself.
So they're not all that. I mean, they are useful because it's my experience that I don't think it really find credits all that much unless I use plans to raise the credits up. Aside from like looking in the coin blocks. I don't think there's anything else in here. Alright, it's more gather spots, more treasure. Just nice and all.
Don't they notice us? I can go.
But really, what I'm going to do is to. I'm also doing here. I'm going to try and get Netgear's.
I can go anytime. I'm sorry. Finally.
Try and get Netgear's do 100 jumps in the dungeon. I think each character, when they get the 100 jumps, they get a plan called Keep the Peeping Now, and I don't know what it does. I've actually unlocked it in my PS Vita playthrough, I think for Neptune, but I'm still not sure what it does. But it also gives limited agility boost. Oh, it's just the plan. I thought it was an agility boost as well. Alright, let's leave. We actually did what we came for like 10 minutes ago. So let's turn this plan, let's turn this quest in and see what happens. So we've done plenty of work. But yeah, obviously Neptune just wants to slack off. And Neptune also having ulterior motives. Oh yeah, and really just all we have to do is just to visit the other nations. And then we get a cutscene out of each of them as well. As well as this Sharpie. That's nice, 64 megabytes of memory. And here's the plan system because I need to sort that out. I might as well show this off now. You go into plans in the pause menu. And yeah. I will be getting a super experience up because I need that. Gives you plenty of experience. Get the achievement for doing that at least once. I'll also be getting life fragment. This basically adds any items that you do in the item dev here. They basically adds them to the shop, and well, since life fragments to revive items, that's pretty neat to have. But that's it for now. A lot of these are actually DLC on super experience. It definitely is. I think these two are as well. They are explained once we unlock Stella's dungeon, which is back in this game. It's still different, and like I said, I will explain that once we actually get to it, which is not for the most part. So I believe we can go through these in any order. I think it's just cutscenes, and then we do some.
But oh well.
Yes, like next Neptune, we do know that. Let's just go to the other things. I think I may just get rid of these off screen, and you're just going to see these cutscenes. I don't know how long they're going to take, but it's pretty much going to be enough for one video anyway. So I'm going to leave you here. Take care, and I'll see you next time for more shenanigans in game industry, I suppose. Take care, and I'll see you later. Ciao.